Imagine waking up, checking your phone, and finding out that your company, a multi-billion-dollar corporation, just vanished overnight. That is exactly what happened to 17,000 employees of Spirit Airlines this weekend. The media is blaming the Iran war and fuel prices. But is that the real story? Welcome to TLI Vision. Let's look at the receipts. For years, Spirit was the airline everyone loved to hate, but they made a fortune charging you for every little thing. But behind the scenes, the business model was bleeding cash. In 2022, JetBlue tried to throw them a $3.8 billion lifeline and buy them out. But the Biden administration's Department of Justice stepped in and sued to block the merger, claiming it would raise fares. In January 2024, a federal judge officially killed the deal. And that was the beginning of the end. Without JetBlue's cash, Spirit went into a death spiral. They filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in November 2024. They restructured, promised to come back, and emerged in early 2025. But just months later, in August 2025, they ran out of cash again and filed for bankruptcy a second time. They started furloughing pilots and flight attendants by the thousands. It was a classic shrink-to-survive strategy, but they were shrinking so fast there was almost nothing left. Fast forward to April 2026. Spirit is on life support, begging the Trump administration for a $500 million bailout loan. But the creditors called the deal untenable, and the talks collapsed. And then came the final excuse, the 2026 Iran war. Jet fuel prices skyrocketed globally. Spirit blamed the war for their final collapse. But even the transportation secretary pushed back on that narrative. The truth? The math stopped working years ago. On May 2nd, at 3 a.m., they pulled the plug. But behind the corporate bankruptcies, the blocked mergers, and the political spin, there is a massive human cost. 17,000 people lost their livelihoods instantly. Flight attendants found out they were unemployed while they were literally asleep in their layover hotels. Despite the chaos, many of these workers showed incredible grace. They didn't fail the airline. The corporate strategy failed them. Spirit Airlines changed the aviation industry forever, forcing every major airline to adopt basic economy fares. But in the end, they couldn't survive the monster they helped create. What do you guys think? Was the government right to block the JetBlue merger? Or did that decision ultimately cost 17,000 people their jobs? Let me know in the comments below, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next broadcast.